Alright, so I'm trying to install a new spark plug wire and spark plugs for my KA24DE. So about the CarQuest one, since I don't have any mod on the engine, I'm just going with a standard one. So this is the CarQuest one. Let me see, so that should be the SKU number, I think, for this one. Right, so that's what it says. Spark plug wire set, and comes with 4 spark plug and a pack of silicone grease that you gotta apply right in here, all the 4, a little bit of it. And I also bought Auto Light spark plugs, platinum spark plugs, 4 of them, and I just measured the gaps on them using this gapping tool that you can buy at AutoZone. So for the KA24DE, out of the stock measurement is 0.04. Yeah, right there. So I measured the gap for all of them. It was really close out of factory, so they did I guess gap it before sending it. So I have that prepared. I just need to put in silicone lubricant in these, and I will install them on the engine. So the way you measure the gap on your spark plug is you take the spark plug right here, and then take the gapping tool and hook it up in the beginning of the gapping tool, and then you slowly rotate without applying force, and then see where it stops. So that's where it is, and that's 0.04, which is the spec for the KA24DE engines. And then I do the same for all the rest of the spark plugs. There are 4 of them. Next we'll be applying this silicone grease on the wires, spark plug wires. So the way you apply it, you take a cotton swab right here and the grease packet, just squeeze a little bit. I've cut a little hole on the top, so that's where the grease comes out of. I'll roll it on the cotton swab. You don't need much. And you take the spark plug wire and just apply it in the rubber section. So you don't have to go all the way down to the metal, just in the around. Just go in circles, and then it doesn't need to be thick, so you just apply a little bit right there. And I'll take the first spark plug. I'll just grease it around the ceramic part on the top, like that. I want to make sure that I don't put it on the metal part, just the ceramic part. And you do the same for the rest of the remaining 3 spark plug and the spark plug wires. So once they're greased, I just line them up, line the spark plug wires, and just to make sure that I know which one's the longest one and which is the shortest one in order, so that the closest one is cylinder 1 for spark, and then second, third, and the farthest one would be 4 in the KA. So I just kept in that order so that I know which one goes where. So here's my setup to get the spark plug in and out. This is my vent This is the extension, and then I have the spark plug socket. I just put in a tape just in case, just to make sure that I don't drop the socket in the engine. And that's how I am going to retrieve the old spark plug and then put in the new ones. So this is the KA24DE, and it's stock. There's no turbo. Still has the factory heat seal right there. So this is the distributor right here, and this is the first cylinder, second, third, and fourth, and so forth. So what I want to make sure is that when I take the spark plug wires out, I want to make sure that it goes to the correct plug here in the distributor. So for example, this the old one has numbering on it, so it says 1 right there, 2, but the new one doesn't have it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change one at a time so that I won't mess up where it goes right here. So if I trace it, this first one, it goes down here, and this is the first. So that's what I'm going to do. So first you just pull it out, pull the spark plug out, spark plug wire out, right, and take your spark plug wrench with the spark plug socket and twist it to the anti-clockwise, and then until the spark plug breaks, right? And then once it breaks, you can take your wrench out and just rotate with your fingers, and then slowly pull it out so that it won't drop down. So that's your spark plug. Once the spark plug is out, you just trace the wire that you're on, right, this one, and just trace it back here. When you get to the plug, you just pull it out. Okay, so I pulled it out right there, and I'm going to replace the wire. So this is the first one. I got the new one right here. Put it on the clip. Well, first put the alternator end one right here. Push it in. Right, and clip the wire, and so I'm just gonna leave it here. Let me get the spark plug. Okay, so this is my new one, and so here's the spark plug socket. I just put it on to the ceramic end, like that. Right, that's how it sits, and I am slowly going to drop it in the engine. So I got my wrench on. I gotta change it to the tightening position, and I think this one won't work because it slips off the socket. So it slips off the socket if I leave it. So I gotta figure out how to make it stay up there. Okay, I found out what happened. So the spark plug socket was missing this little rubber washer that's supposed to go in the socket, the spark plug socket. That's what I was missing. So I'm putting it in, and then the spark plug, pushing it in. Just make sure that it doesn't, the washer holds the spark plug. Okay, so he holds it. Doesn't. Oh. So I found out if you grease the ceramic part of the spark plug, it won't stay in the socket. The little gasket on the bottom that's used to hold the spark plug slips on the ceramic part. So I put a little electrical tape on the top of the socket around inside, so it's holding the spark plug. So that's my workaround for this situation. So now it doesn't fall, but I'm not shaking it much because I'm pretty sure it won't hold it that. It's pretty heavy. So now with that setup, I'm going to just drop it in slowly, and once it's in, I'm going to take the socket out and just slowly turn it around so that the spark plug is in the threads. Alright, so it's pretty still turning. I can still turn it with my hand. Okay, I think so now I cannot turn it with my hand, so I'm gonna get this wrench here, and then just, I won't tighten it much, just hand tight it, and just, that's it. So I'm going to pull the socket off. Yep, still have the socket. So once you have the spark plug in, I'm going to put in the spark plug wire in like that. Make sure that it's connected. Alright, so that's the one that I just changed, and I'm going to do the same for the rest of the 3 spark plug and the wires. Alright, so everything's in, all the wires, all the plugs. Here's the old one. One thing I noticed was that the plug that goes to the distributor looks different on the new one. So I'm not sure if it's going to work. When I bought it in Advanced Auto, it said it is for this 9095 240. So I'll give it a try. Okay. Yeah, this one has a check engine light for my MAF sensor, but it does start and engine sounds fine. Okay, so it drives fine. There's no bogging or weird sounds or anything, so I think it's working. Yeah, the light's still there. That's from the MAF sensors, but it's smooth, and since it's auto, it's idling fine, so I think it's working.